Hello students, welcome to my class again. Today I will take mathematics of class 9 and chapter also 9, area of parallelogram and triangles. Areas of parallelogram and triangles. Here we will discuss about parallelograms and triangles in between two parallel lines and lying on the same lines. So here first theorem of this chapter is theorem 9.1. So theorem is page number 180. Theorem is 9.1. Parallelogram. Prove that parallelogram on the same base and between the same parallels are equal. So before that, here one small exercise is given to identify about the figures. You see page number 178, exercise 9.1. Directly it is exercise 9.1. You follow the book, page number 178. Here given which of the following figures lie on the same base and between the same parallels. In such case, write a common base and two parallels. You see, here Roman 1 given, one quadrilateral and one triangle. You see, question number 1, Roman 1, it is a figure having same base DC and between two parallels AB and CD. Okay, AB and CD. You see in the diagram triangle DPC and the quadrilateral ABCD having on the same base CD and between two parallels AB and CD. Okay. Number 2, you see a combined figure is given. First one, you say that PQRS is a parallelogram, and under this SMNR or SRNM, whatever you give the name, or you can say MNRS, this is between, not between the same parallels, because this MN line not touch the line PQ, okay, but on the same base SR. So question number 2 is Roman 2. What can you say? These are not lying between the same parallels, because they are parallel. MN is parallel to SR and PQ is also parallel to SR. So this is not between the same parallels, but on the same base SR. Like this, you see question number Roman 3. This is also between the same base QR and lying between the same parallel SP and RQ. SP and RQ. It is given vertically. You look at the figure, page number 178. So SP and QR are the parallel lines and the two figures standing on the same base QR. Question number 4 also you can identify, guess yourself. Like this, question number 5 and 6 you can identify. So let us come now theorem 9.1, page number 180. Here theorem is parallelogram on the same base and between the same parallels are equal in area. We have to prove it. So write down, prove that parallelograms on the same base and between the same parallels are equal in area. So before proving, let us draw the diagram. Here we have drawn A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram, and one more parallelogram. If we draw like this, so it is D, E, F, C. Okay. Here two parallelograms are A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and another parallelogram is D, E, F, C. We have to prove that these two parallelograms having same area. That is, parallelogram area of parallelogram ABCD is equal to area of parallelogram D, E, F, C, or whatever you give the name as F, C, D, E, okay, or E, F, C, D, whatever you give, but it will be clockwise or anti-clockwise. So let us write, let ABCD this is theorem 9.1. Let ABCD and DEFC or EFCD, better to write EFCD, B2 parallelograms standing B2 parallelograms standing on the same base is what? CD. Okay, and lying between two parallels what? AF and CD. This is the two parallels AF and CD. Okay, to prove that what is to prove? To prove that area of ABCD is equal to area of EFCD. We have to prove this. To prove, generally we need construction, but here no need of any extra construction, directly we are proving. Proof. Here you see we are getting two triangles. We will compare these two triangles and we will proceed. In triangle, what is the name of this triangle? ADE. And triangle BCF. ADE and BCF. If we consider these two triangles, what we are getting? You see, AD and BC are equal because opposite sides of parallelogram ABCD, and this one and this one are equal because opposite sides of parallelogram EFCD. And then what we'll get? this angle DAE is equal to CBF because of corresponding angle what we are getting, and DEA is equal to this one. Okay, now we need 3 parts only, so we will choose what will be acceptable. So we have for 2 triangles congruent we need 3 parts, either side or side angle side or angle side or right angle hypotenuse and another side, that is SSS or ASA or SSS side angle side, SAS or angle side or RHS. Okay, here if we take these 2 sides, then third side is not there, so it will not acceptable. So if we take these 2 angles and one side, so we can, here you can say angle side. So we are taking angle side postulate. So in this triangle DAE, angle DAE is equal to angle CBF. Region is what? Corresponding angle. Corresponding angles are equal. Then this angle DEA is equal to angle CFB. Region same, corresponding angles. Okay, and third option is any side. So you can say AD is equal to BC. What is the reason behind this? Opposite side of parallelogram. So here we are getting angle side postulate. Therefore by angle side postulate, triangle, what is the name of the triangle given? ADE. ADE is congruent to triangle BCF. So after getting 2 triangles congruent, we are generally getting an CPCT. But here we will say that CPCT is what? If 2 triangles are congruent, then their areas are equal. Therefore we can say that area of triangle ADE is equal to area of triangle BCF. In earlier chapter, that is chapter 8, we have proved that if 2 triangles are congruent, then their areas are equal. So here we are concluding that area of triangle ADE is equal to area of triangle BCF, and we are marking this as equation number 1. Now you see here area of triangle, area of parallelogram ABCD. You see, if you add this, if you consider this parallelogram ABCD, then what we are getting? This area plus this area. Okay, so now area of ABCD is equal to, if you consider this ABCD, then what we are getting? Two parts, triangle and this quadrilateral, is equal to area of ADE plus area of BCDE. Okay, and yes, this triangle ADE is equal to triangle BCF earlier we got. So in place of ADE we can write ADE is equal to BCF. So in place of ADE we have written a BCF plus area of BCDE. Okay, now if we add these two parts of the figure, this and this, you see I have given dividend symbol. Now earlier we have written like this A, B, C, D divided into two parts, ADE plus BCDE. Now this BCDE and BCF, if we add, then what we are getting? You see, what we are getting? EFCD, okay, is equal to area of EFCD. So therefore we can conclude that two parallelograms standing on the same base and lying between two parallels are equal in area. Just you see, area of triangle ABCD is equal to area of triangle EFCD. Therefore, hence we can conclude that two parallelograms lying between same base, lying between same parallels, two parallelograms standing on the same base, standing on the same base and lying between same parallel are equal in area. Hence it is proved. Okay, so this is your theorem number 9.1. just I have proved. You slowly go through the video and you can understand. Okay, now before starting exercise 9.2, we can prove one more example. Here given, if earlier it was two parallelograms standing on the same base and lying between two parallels. Now, if a triangle and a parallelogram are on the same base and between same parallels, then prove that area of the triangle is equal to the half of the area of the parallelogram. Just similar to the previous one, theorem 9.1, we are proving another theorem. Here it is given an example. In exam it may come like theorem. So if a triangle and a parallelogram lying between same parallels and standing on the same base, then prove that area of the triangle is equal to the half of the area of the parallelogram. So let us prove this one. Okay, write down the theorem of example 2, page number 181. You write question first, then you proceed to solve it, prove it. So for that, we need to draw the diagram, a parallelogram ABCD. Okay, here my diagram is ABCD. Okay, always try to give anti-clockwise A, B, C, D like me. Then what is a triangle? Triangle is APB. ABCD. So APB and ABCD, B2, what? APB and ABCD, B2 parallel, triangle APB and parallelogram ABCD lying between same parallels AB and PC, and standing on the same base. Okay, write down, let triangle APB, how? Now this APB and parallelogram ABCD standing on the same base AB. Okay, and lying between same parallels. What are the parallels? AP and AB, sorry, AB and PC. AB and PC. To prove that, APB, area of APB is equal to half into area of ABCD. This is your question. Okay, we have to prove that area of triangle APB is equal to half of the area of parallelogram ABCD. So to prove this, we need construction. Construction. What is the construction required here? BQ. We are drawing one more parallel line BQ parallel to AP. Okay, this BQ parallel to AP is drawn. This will be your construction. BQ parallel to AP is drawn. After drawing this parallel lines, what we are getting? Forming another parallelogram ABQP. Okay, you see, after joining BQ, this line is parallel to this line and AB is already parallel to PC, so AB is parallel to PQ. So what you are getting? ABQP. Okay. Now, in this parallelogram ABQP, you are clearly seeing that PB is the diagonal. Okay. So, using this diagonal, we will proceed. So, proof. Now, construction part is finished. Now, proof. We have to show that area of triangle ABP or APB is equal to half of the area parallelogram ABCD. So, we are using this diagonal of the parallelogram ABQP to prove the theorem. Since diagonal BP divides parallelogram ABQP divides parallelogram ABQP into two congruent triangles. We know a diagonal divides a parallelogram into two triangles of equal area or into congruent triangles. So here we are using this theorem. Therefore, triangle, what is the name of this triangle? ABP is congruent to triangle BPQ. Directly we can say that a diagonal divides a parallelogram into two congruent triangles. So if two triangles are congruent, then we can say that, therefore, what we are getting? Area of triangle ABP is equal to area of triangle BPQ. Okay, we have to show that area of triangle ABP is equal to half into area of triangle ABCD. Now we prove that area of triangle ABP is equal to area of triangle BPQ. ABP and APB same triangle. So what we can do using this equation? Let us see. Again, area of ABP earlier we have a theorem that ABCD and ABQP are two parallelogram standing on the same base AB and lying between the same parallels what ABCD. Now since area of ABCD is equal to area of what is the name given? ABQP. Now since area of ABCD is equal to area of ABQP, since parallelograms standing on the same base and lying between same parallels, so we can write this. Okay, now you see from equation number 1 we are getting area of triangle ABP is equal to area of triangle BPQ, and here we are getting area of triangle ABCD, parallelogram ABCD is equal to area of parallelogram ABQP. Now since what we can write you see area of triangle ABP and area of triangle ABQP are the parts of this area of quadrilateral parallelogram ABQP. Again you can write again area of triangle ABP plus area of triangle BPQ is equal to area of what? ABQP. See, this is equation number no implies as these two triangles are equal, so we can write area of ABP and area of triangle ABP. In place of BPQ we can write area of triangle ABP plus area of triangle ABP is equal to area of ABQP. From where we got? From 1. I am keeping this for some time to understand. You see, ABP is equal to area of BPQ. ABP is equal to area of BPQ. Okay, this is equation number 1. And as parallelogram ABCD and parallelogram ABQP standing on the same base AB and lying between the parallels AB and PC, so we can say that area of ABCD is equal to area of ABQP. Okay, and here we are getting ABQP is nothing but sum of these two triangles. So ABP plus triangle ABP plus triangle BPQ is equal to area of ABQP. Okay. Now in place of BPQ, I am writing ABP because it is from equation number 1. Now if we add these two, then we can write implies twice area of 2 into area of triangle ABP is equal to area of ABQP. Okay. Now from equation number 2, we can change the name ABQP as ABCD. Twice area of ABP is equal to area of ABCD. Okay. Now area of triangle ABP is equal to area half into, these two will become half here, half into area of ABCD. So here we are getting what we have to prove. Area of triangle ABP is equal to half into area of parallelogram ABCD. Hence area of triangle is equal to half of the area of parallelogram. Proved. Here we prove that area, if a triangle and a parallelogram having same base and lying between two parallels, same parallels, then area of triangle is equal to the half of the area of the parallelogram. This was example 2, page number 181. I hope you understood. Now we will try to solve 1 or 2 questions from exercise 9.2. So exercise 9.2, here given a figure ABCD is a parallelogram, AE is perpendicular to DC, CF is perpendicular to AD, and if AB is equal to 16 cm, AE is equal to 8 cm, and CF is equal to 10 cm, find AD. Okay, got it? Question number 1, exercise 9.2, page number 182. So write the question before I rub the blackboard or whiteboard, whatever it is. Write the question, then we will start. So here figure is given, as it is given we have to draw ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram, AE perpendicular to DC, AE perpendicular to DC, and CF perpendicular to AD, CF perpendicular to AD. If AB is equal to 6 cm, AE is equal to 8 cm, so write this, whatever given. Solution. Question number 1, exercise 9.2. Given ABCD is a parallelogram, AE perpendicular to CD, CF perpendicular to AD, AB is equal to 16 centimeter, AE is equal to 8 centimeter, and what is given? CF is equal to 10 centimeter. To find, what is to find? AD. These are the given in the question. Now, since ABCD is a parallelogram, ABCD is a parallelogram, so here you can say that AB is equal to CD. This AB is equal to CD. CD. Now, if we find out the area of parallelogram, what is the area of parallelogram? Base into height. Therefore, area of parallelogram ABCD, you see, AE is the height and CD is the base. Base into AE. So, if area of parallelogram is base into height, so here we are getting CD is what? Base into height. CD is equal to AB, so we can write the value of CD 16 centimeter into AE is what? 8 centimeter. Here we have written AB is equal to CD, value of AB is given, length of AB is given 60 centimeter, so in place of AB we can write CD. CD is equal to 60 centimeter, so (128 centimeter square). This is what? Area of parallelogram. We have to find out what? CF. You see, area of parallelogram is 128 centimeter. Considering base CD, we got area of parallelogram is 128 centimeter. Now, if we consider AD as base and CF perpendicular to AD, so we can consider CF as altitude or height. Now, again, area of ABCD is equal to base into height. Base, we are considering AD as base. AD into CF. You can say, you can write here, considering AD as base. So, area of parallelogram we got 128 centimeter square. CF is equal to 10 centimeter. AD we don't know. AD we have to find 10 centimeter. So, here AD is equal to 128 by 10 centimeter. Centimeter and 1 centimeter reduced, and then here we can write that therefore AD is equal to 12.8 centimeter. So, here your question number 1 is finished, solved. Now, using this theorem of example 2, you can do at home question number 2. if A, B, E, F, G, H are respectively the midpoints of the sides of parallelogram ABCD, show that area of EFGH is equal to half into area of ABCD. Okay, you try at home, you can easily do it if you follow theorem of example 2, page number 188. A parallelogram, a triangle standing on the same base and lying between two parallels, then area of triangle is equal to half into area of parallelogram. Using this theorem, you can do question number 2. Now, theorem 9.2, I am giving hints about it. Here it is given some y given. You see page number 184, you try it yourself. Theorem 9.2, you see in page number 184, area of triangle ADC is congruent to triangle CBA, and in bracket given y. So which postulate you will use here, you have to mention it. Okay, and like this you can easily do it. So I am giving some homework for you. Exercise 9.2, question number 2, page number 184, example 3, and this theorem 9.2. You try to solve these 3 questions. I have already solved 2 theorems and 1 example. Using this theorem, you have to do this. If you cannot, then I will show in the next class, or if you feel any difficulties, you may text me or you may contact over my mobile number. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.